Okay, I think I'm live on Facebook too. Yay! Okay, big win. So hopefully it stays on and we're good to go. So welcome you guys to Shanda On Demand. I'm having a casual day. Hi, Tom Challen. Good morning. Nice to see you. So good, Susan. Nice to see you as well. Who's on Instagram with me right now? Say hello. Okay, and Facebook's starting to roll and we're picking up. Okay, we're picking up speed. So sorry, guys, we were a bit of a delay this morning because I got kicked off Facebook and all of our YouTube and everything. And it's always annoying when that happens. But the great thing about going live on social is it's like a reality TV show. You see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the content I created for you guys today really is inspired by one of our clients, Esteban. I just saw you on Facebook. And we did a VIP day the other day where I showed him how to inch up his business, right? How to inch up his business and put him, he wants to do $5 million next year. And I showed him how to inch up his business and we set it up so he'll probably do 2 million. Now, not saying he can't do 5 million, he can, but the way that I did it, as I'm laying out formulas, plans, and things like that, and I'll be really, I'm gonna break this all down for you, is that you can come up with any formula, any plan on the planet, but if you don't sell the right thing, it will fall flat. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Say yes if you do. If you don't sell the right thing, then it will fall flat. Well, what is the right thing? A lot of people think it has to do with your content. A lot of people think it has to do with your product. And yes, those things are really important, but it really comes down to you selling perspective. Write this down. Stop selling products, start selling perspective. What do I mean by that? So Esteban helps people get in really good shape. He helps them get healthy. He helps them get fit. So what makes him different than anybody else? Think about your product or service and listen to what I'm about to say. He can create 5-day challenges. In fact, I have a 5-day challenge next week that I'm showing people how to create revenue. If you want access to that, comment the word challenge. Comment the word challenge and I'll send you a DM and I'll give you access to the 5-day challenge I'm doing next week. But the 5-day challenge is nothing if you don't know where you're taking people, right? So here's a great example. I said, Espam, I said, if you're in the business of helping people lose weight, you got to look at, you know, what's available. Like, why now? Why should I lose weight now? Well, the truth is that if you look at the recession, so don't put your head in the ground and ignore these things, right? If you look at the recession, I want you to think about, I'm gonna pull this over. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about what is like what's happening in the world, right? What's the problem that is happening in the world? So you can bullet this out. So one of the problems that's happening in the world is we have a recession, right? So you have a recession. What's another thing that's happening in the world? People are losing their jobs. What's another thing that's happening in the world? People are stressed. What's another thing that's happy in the world? A bunch of people are getting way ahead financially, right? It's not just bad things that are happening. Sometimes there's a problem with making more money. I know that sounds crazy, but it actually is true. It depends on who your customer or client is. Like if I want to work with customers or clients that make a lot of money, they have a different problem, right? First, you have the problem of trying to make money. Then you have the very real problem, which is how to keep it, how to not pay as many taxes, how to legacy plan. Do you guys see what I'm saying? There is a problem associated at any given quarter, any given month of any year for any group of people. So here's what's really cool. You can take a health product, you can take a network marketing product, you can take a business building product, a social media product, a selling real estate product. You can take any product. And the problem is that if you sell the product, what do you think happens? I want to see, I want to see who, listen, I want to see who can figure out what the problem is if you sell the product. See who's thinking. Who's thinking this morning? Are you multitasking? Right? Who's thinking this morning? What happens if you sell the product? Just go in the chat and let me know what happens if you sell the product. Nothing. Nothing doesn't happen when you don't. You'll get some sales. Everyone is selling the product. That's right, Holly. Like, how many doctors are out in the world? How many people are selling gut health? How many people are selling get in shape? How many people are selling business coaching? How many people are selling, endurance sports? How many people are selling get closer to God? How many people are selling meditation? How many people are selling? You get what I'm saying, right? Have I drilled it down enough? So get out of the habit when somebody asks you what you do. Oh, I help people fix their gut health. Don't do that. I want you to think about currently, every time you answer this takes intimacy. When you're too busy, you're going to have an intimacy problem because you still don't value sitting down and thinking. With love, I relate to that. People used to tell me, Shanda, you need to sit down and you need to like brainstorm things. You need to mind map it. And I resisted it like the plague because I felt like it wouldn't even be a good worth of my time because I never thought I was very smart. Right. And so I avoided, I didn't think if I spent the time to think that it would actually change my relationship to my success. Like I didn't think it would actually help. So it felt better to be busy. Anybody relate to me? Put a B in the comment section if you can relate to this. It actually felt better to be busy than it did to get intimate, slow down, and make some commitments to what it is that I wanted to do. And so the lack of commitment, which I didn't really know because it was a total blind spot. My lack of commitment got hidden by my need to be busy, right? And so when you're busy, you will hear people shortcut the answer of what do you do for a living or how do you help people? They'll just talk about their product. So if you talk about your product, I can tell you all the time, you have a financial problem because people who have skyrocketed, they don't talk about their product anymore. What they do is they look at what is the problem this month. See, the media is dictating people's minds. Write that down. Media dictates people's minds. Media dictates people's minds. This is why who you spend your time with. I think it's Tony Robbins who always says, stay in proximity, which means stay in a close neighborhood of the people that you want to become like, right? So if you want to create wealth, don't hang out with broke people, right? At least not the majority of the people you hang out with. If you want to create a great family, don't hang out with people who have a ton of broken relationships. If you want to create love, don't hang out with women or men who poo-poo on dating or the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever you're into, right? So it's like, my point is that you have to get into proximity. And if you look at the proximity of successful people, and success is relative. So when I say successful people, I'm not saying just wealth. I mean, for me, it's like you've got wealth, you've got a great relationship. I love kids involved in that. I'm looking for a little bit dynamicy of juggling these balls. And to me, that's what success is. This is why it makes me so angry when people judge people for their belief systems, because the thing is that we all have different values. Write down the word value right now. We all have different values. And our values are not wrong. I don't know how we can tell people that their values are wrong. Our values are not wrong. They're what's important to us right now. And last time I checked myself, I always find in another year when I look back, there's so many things I was wrong about. And so if I make other people wrong about their decisions or their values, then I really put my foot in my mouth voluntarily because you learn so much, and there's so much grace in having flexibility and acceptance for other people's walks in life. Do you hear what I'm saying? So unhook from judging yourself, from judging other people, and just get on your game, get on your edge. You know, I just finished leading a workshop where we had 1,100 people register for this workshop, and we had, I think, almost 600 show up. And the whole time I taught them, I kept saying, get on your edge. And the reason why I kept saying get on their edge is because we were seeing things like, I was actually writing this down, like, have you guys ever seen like a woman or a man that you meet and you're like, oh my gosh, they're too good to be true? Anybody ever meet somebody like that? They're like, they're too good to be true. Put yes in the comment section if that's you. If you've ever met somebody too good to be true, or you ever like you saw a car that was discounted so much, you're like, oh, that's too good to be true. What's wrong with it? There's like this hesitation out there right now where people are like, that looks too good to be true. And so that's a theme I'm seeing right now. But as I'm going out there and I'm looking at comments, my coaching department is talking to people. And as we're talking to people, we're looking at comments online, there's this blanketed like idea that it's too good to be true. What's underneath too good to be true? Lack of faith. Is lack of faith. There's been enough things that you felt disappointed in, or people have disappointed you, or maybe you've disappointed yourself. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. We need to nix. We need to like get it out. We got to get out this. We got to break out from this thought pattern. Your thought patterns come out of your heart, right? And so you got to go in and look at what's going on with my heart that has me be a skeptic, even if you don't identify as a skeptic. I'm telling you, I've never seen this before. It's a new theme that I'm seeing, that the too good to be true theme. And I'm saying, welcome in a miracle, my friends. Welcome in a miracle. Let a miracle in today. Can we agree with that? Can we let a miracle in today? Let a miracle in today. Too good to be true is great, because whatever falls apart, things fall apart on good, great, and bad. Things fall apart all the time. And you'll pivot and you'll follow through to the end. So I'm going to go back to this training today, and I want to say, if I look at a health product, like our client Esteban, who just did a VIP day here in Puerto Rico, he has, let's call it a fitness product to get in shape, who likes the word tummy tight? Put TT if you love the word tummy tight. We're going back and forth about this name. I love the idea of a tight tummy. Who loves tummy tight? Put TT in the comment section. We just want to do a quick survey, okay? So please do that if you like tummy tight. If you don't like tummy tight, then completely put the word no. If you don't like tummy tight, put the word no. So he helps people get tight tummies. He helps people get like Brazilian butts. Like he helps people get good shape. Now, not all people want that. Right? I do. I'm like, sign me up. I love that stuff, but not everybody wants that. So, but however, if I go online, I can find bikini boot camp. I can find millions of people that are doing the same thing Esteban is doing. So what makes him special? What makes you special? You look at the runway. This month, what's happening? I want you to write this down. Just jot a piece of paper. What's happening with the world, the media, what's happening with your client, what's happening with your potential client, what's happening with them right now. So I identified there's a recession, people are losing jobs, there's high stress, but there's also a lot of people making a ton of money right now, a ton of money right now. And so it doesn't matter why, that's not really what's important. What's important is when I look at this, I get a bird's eye view. This is my version of an eyeball. This gives me perspective. Your perspective is what you must sell. So when I look at Esteban and I look at a fitness product, like get your tummy tight or get a Brazilian butt or get in the best shape of your life, get healthy, I look at stress. And I'm like, how do you take a common challenge that people are facing right now and take his like tummy tight, his Brazilian butt, his get in shape, his, K7 method for working with him for a year and getting in the best shape of your life. How do you take that membership and match it to the problems that are really happening? See, if he keeps pushing on weight loss, he's going to lose the game. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? Because weight loss isn't the highest emotion right now. The highest emotion right now is the recession, uncertainty. So if he sells certainty, I didn't spell that right. If he sells reduction in stress, so stress management, how would I sell that when it comes to fitness? Here's what I would do. I would say, I'm going to pretend that this is my product. I would say when I go to sell my 5-day challenge or my workshop or my membership, I would never push heavily on weight loss. I would talk about the fact that as stress rises in your home, it's critically important to focus on your fitness, on your health, so you have the energy and the bandwidth to think clearly, to not have brain fog. And as an occasion, as a ripple effect of focusing on your fitness, you're going to get fit, you're going to be healthy, but you're going to be smarter, you're going to be stronger, you're going to de-stress. If you don't work out, you're going to have a high level of stress, which is going to cause you to eat more, which is going to cause you to gain more weight, which is going to cause you to get lazier, slower, and that's not the emotional state that you want to be. And now I place the avatar. as a stay-at-home mom, as an entrepreneur, as a C-level executive, as a teacher, as a therapist, as a doctor. You see how I can take his product and I can go to any of those niches and I can look at, do you think doctors experience stress? Yes, right? But I can speak into the specifics of the stress. My point is that your perspective, what you see, and you look at your product and you literally sell what you see. This is why people are losing the game of sales and success. You can't have success without sales. It just doesn't happen. Like, you've got to sell something to be able to bring in money. It's a transaction. It is a value proposition. However, if people are going to engage with you, they want to see, what are you seeing? And when you speak their language of what you're seeing, connected with the high emotional state monthly of what people are going through, this is called the powers and the pivot, then you're going to find that not only are you going to thrive through the recession, but you're going to get so far ahead. You will stop worrying about job loss or recession, and you will start focusing on the problems that come with increasing your monthly cash flow. I want that for everyone, but this is the only way it happens. See, people call it charisma. They're like, like we've got charisma. When we've got charisma, we've got high success. No, my friends, that's not the case. You get high revenue, and you guys who want to run with me for 5 days next week on my revenue challenge, comment the word challenge, and I'll send you a DM. If you've already done it yesterday, don't worry about it. But if you haven't done this, I'm going to run for 5 days. I'm going to teach you stuff like this, but not for 15 or 20 minutes on these lives. I'm going to go for an entire 45 minutes. And I'm going to show you 5 different ways on how to create revenue over all of next week. I recommend you comment the word challenge so you can register. I also recommend that this is the one you want to upgrade, pay the $47 and upgrade to VIP, because that's where the best information comes from, because I can go deep in those moments. Do you hear what I'm saying, my friends? Yes. So I'm going to encourage you as you're walking through this game of creating financial freedom, of impact, of value, of making a difference for people. I'm going to massively encourage you at this point to look at, how can you really think about perspective? How can you really think about the perspective of, if somebody buys your product, it's going to solve a real problem that is urgent in their life right now. That's how you sell emotions. That's how you help real people. That's how you become a miracle and a blessing for people. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. So if you like this live, I appreciate that you jumped on. I'm going to jump on tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, I'm going to give away money. It's Christmas time, so I want to give away visas and prepaid visas, and my team got them. So I don't know if they're $25 or $50 or $100. You'll have to show up to find out, but I'm going to give away some free money tomorrow for people who are commenting and people who are sharing and people who are just in the holiday spirit of rising their emotions and their peace of mind and really up to the game of purpose and making a difference in the world. So tomorrow is going to be a fun day on Shand On Demand. This is the last week I'm doing Shand On Demand, because I'm going to close down the office and take the rest of the year off, but I am going to go live. If you comment the word challenge, I am going to go live next week, and I'm going to do a 5-day revenue challenge. And I promise you, I will hook you up and teach you how to create revenue in a way that I don't think is being taught in most ways, that unhooked me from the struggle, and struggle always comes before success. So here's to rocking out, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, and 11 a.m. Puerto Rico time. Talk to you soon. Bye.